I gave her everything. My spirit, my unwavering loyalty, every waking moment of my life, and my belief in the forever we were meant to build. There was no reserve, no piece of myself I held back. I offered it all, unconditionally. And she received it with tender caresses, dazzling smiles, and promises that, with time, would fade into hollow echoes. Her fingers, so gentle and graceful, held my gifts like treasures beyond measure, but when a brighter, shinier allure caught her eye, she let them slip away as though they had never meant anything at all. You think you know someone so completely, certain that they'll never walk away. You believe that the bond you share is unbreakable. But one day they do leave, and you're left holding only the fragments of what you once thought would last forever. The change came slowly, almost imperceptibly at first. Her eyes, once full of joy whenever I entered a room, began to lose their spark, growing dim and distant. Conversations that were once rich with meaning shrank into hollow exchanges, and the silences between us grew thicker, weighed down with unspoken burdens. She told me her job was exhausting, that she needed space to find herself. Without hesitation I granted it. Love, after all, doesn't cling. It fosters, it endures, it trusts. But one night as I sat next to her, a fleeting glimpse revealed something that would change everything. An unfamiliar name on her phone screen. My heart sank, but I didn't demand answers or accuse her. I waited, holding on to the hope that she would come to me, that she would choose honesty. She didn't. The warmth she once radiated faded. Her laughter, so full of life, grew rare, and her touch, which had once been a comfort, became little more than a memory. Finally she sat me down. Her voice was calm, but it sliced through me like a sharp blade. "I have to be honest," she said, her eyes not meeting mine. She told me that her heart had wandered, that someone new had entered her world. It wasn't intentional, she claimed. She never meant to hurt me. But those words, so gentle in their delivery, shattered something deep inside me. I didn't shout, didn't beg her to stay, didn't ask for explanations. Instead I stood, wished her luck in chasing what she wanted, and walked away. What she never knew was the quiet torment that followed. For weeks I wept in solitude, cursing myself for loving so recklessly. My friends tried to comfort me, telling me I deserved better, assuring me that she didn't deserve me. But grief doesn't listen to logic. It simply lingers, heavy and unyielding. I deleted her number, erased every trace of her from my digital world. Not out of anger, but out of necessity. Each image of her smiling with him would have been a dagger to my already fragile heart. Healing didn't come easily. It was slow and deliberate. I started running, letting the rhythm of my steps ground me. I poured my thoughts into journals, words I'd never share with her. I showed up for myself in ways she never did. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, a quiet resilience took root in me. Not happiness, but strength, a steady, enduring strength that I had never known before. Nearly a year later, her name flashed across my phone screen. A ghost from a life I had buried. I hesitated, torn between ignoring the call or wondering what she wanted now. But I didn't pick up. A few weeks later, I saw her at my usual coffee shop. She looked different. The eyes that once sparkled with life now held a subdued light, as if the weight of time had worn her down. Regret had carved its mark on her. She approached me hesitantly, hands tucked into the sleeves of a sweater I had given her long ago. She didn't expect me to listen, she said, but she needed to speak, to say the things she hadn't said before. She told me that he had left her, that the excitement she had sought had turned into emptiness. "He never saw me the way you did," she confessed. She missed my reliability, my kindness, the way I knew her coffee order by heart, the way I kissed her forehead every morning. I listened quietly, letting her words flow, because perhaps, in a way, I needed to hear them too. But I didn't interrupt, didn't offer comfort. I was no longer the man who broke himself to fix someone else. When she finished, her eyes held a flicker of hope, a silent plea that I might reach out, forgive her, that I might still be waiting for her. But I wasn't. That part of me, the one that had yearned for her love, was gone. It had been buried along with the pain she had caused. I thanked her for her honesty, recognizing the courage it had taken to face her mistakes. Then I spoke firmly, my voice steady but resolute. "You didn't break me," I said. "You taught me. You showed me that giving my heart to someone who can't hold it hurts more than being alone." Her lips trembled. Her eyes glistened with unshed tears, but I continued, my words firm and clear. "I loved you completely, but I value peace more now. Your love always came with chaos, doubt, and pain." She tried to smile, but it was the kind of smile that held too much understanding. Too late. Too gone. She asked if we could stay in touch, maybe as friends. I glanced down at my coffee, then met her gaze. "We were never built for halfway," I said. That would only hurt us again. She nodded, and with that she stood up, walking away without a word. I watched her go, not with resentment or longing, but with a quiet sense of peace. Closure, I realized, doesn't always come from a conversation. Sometimes, it's the certainty that you gave everything and walked away with your dignity intact. She came back, draped in regret, but regret can't restore what's lost. It only proves what should have been valued when it was hers to keep. Now, when her memory drifts into my mind, it carries no pain. Just a quiet whisper reminding me that loving deeply is never a mistake, but staying where respect has vanished is a choice I'll never make.